Okay, hello everyone. Um, Let me know how the microphone sounds because I've been trying a bunch of different stuff with it. I'm thinking, maybe if I were to, how does that sound? That sound good? Nah, nobody's watching right. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have a completely new setup now. I got a new desk. There's like a bunch of like cabinets and stuff up there, just out of sight. I got a new microphone, and I would be using a brand new camera. However, this camera kind of overloads my little laptop because, holy crap, it is raining hard outside. Hey, welcome to the stream. Um, Again, let me know if there's anything wrong with the microphone quality, like if there's like a lot of static. I'm trying to like fix stuff, and I'm just kind of like messing around with certain things. Um, but yeah, as I said, a bunch of things are kind of getting better. Um, Again, I can't really record with this camera because when I plug it straight in to my laptop, it freaking crashes. I tried to do a few test streams with it when I first got it, and it screwed up my camera. So yeah, so uh, oh yeah, he was in the last stream, I think. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building Withered Chica, which is something I've been getting a lot of requests to do since I did like literally all the other Withereds. So we're going to start by making the base like we always do. So I got, holy crap. I'm not sure how well you guys can hear that, but there is a huge storm outside. We're in the middle of monsoon season where I live. It is just completely ruining this. If the stream dies all of a sudden, it's because the power went out. That's been happening a lot. Hopefully, it won't go out while we're in the middle of a live stream, but it's always a possibility. So, hold on. I'm going to grab one cardboard. It was just out of my reach. And we are going to get started. It's because you got caught. It's always the damn dead kittens. I probably won't make this a wearable mask. The reason why is because Withered Chica has this weird little what is it? Its head is kind of like split in half, and I originally had a thought of what if I were to like just make it so that your head would go through like where the endoskeleton head would be. However, that idea kind of fell through, and so we're not doing that because I just don't think I'll be able to make it look natural enough to do that. And once again, if there is any problem with the microphone quality, let me know. I've been playing around with the settings, and I'm not really sure if I got it up to the best thing. So yeah. Welcome to the stream. Crystal Blue Star, Skins the Skeleton, Green Creeper, and Freddy Fazplush channel. I forgot to say that earlier. Like I said, though, I think it would just work better as like a static prop. Mostly because that's what I usually end up using these things for anyways. The costumes are just kind of like a secondary plus to them. Like with the Withered Freddy head, I almost, for like the majority of Give Gifts, Give Life episode 5, I pretty much had it on a, what is it? Just kind of on like a huge prop. I didn't wear it at all because I didn't really need to. Same thing with Withered Bonnie. Not only that, but I feel like it'll make it look more authentic. Like to put like, I'll probably make a fake endoskeleton head for this one to put on the inside, kind of like what I did with Withered Bonnie. So yeah, there's been a lot of new stuff happening with the channel recently. Hopefully the video quality will be going up with this thing, but can't really make any guarantees. All right, and then I think that would be about good enough because I'm not trying to make it completely wearable. Oh, nice. Okay, I want it to at least be able to fit around my head if I were to try to put it. Buy a new camera. I did. That's what this is. Like I said earlier, though, I can't hook it up to my laptop because the laptop's, it just causes it to crash. My laptop can't handle it. This is my old one. I think I tried to do live streams with it before. Buy a new laptop. I'm not made of money. I just bought a new camera. Luckily, the microphone that I got with the camera can work with it. So that's what I'm doing. Buy a new door. That door giveaway ain't happening anytime soon. Oh yeah, speaking of buying stuff, I just bought some more hot glue too, which is why I'm finally able to do like a normal stream instead of that weird amalgamation that was the last stream I did. Buy a new lamp. There's like a bunch of those all over the place. Speaking of which, I keep forgetting to move this thing out of the way. This lamp should be good. For now, as long as I'm not kicking the cord around. Welcome to the stream, Krista. Let's never talk about the last stream. Oh, yeah, I know. I've burned myself on hot glue multiple times. Just a few times you could see in my videos. Oh, you can see it happen all the time in the live streams. Usually it's not that bad, though. I think the worst time I've ever gotten burned with hot glue was when I was making Molten Freddy. It was horrible. Like, I took like a couple hours break on that just because it hurt when I tried to move the, what is it, my hand or my fingers, because I can't remember what exactly happened, but like hot glue had ended up on my hand, just like fresh out of the glue gun. How ironic, Molten Freddy burned you. Yeah, that's what I was saying when that first happened. Okay, that could be a good start for the base. Next, trying to think of how I'm gonna do this, because I got a bunch of like a bunch of reference images with me right now. Well, just 3. I have one of Withered Chica kind of laying down in the spare parts room. I have one of Withered Chica in the vent and one of Withered Chica in the office. So what I'm doing is I'm going to use those to like kind of get a good look at like of like kind of like a good 360 look around it. All right. So I'm going to start from this end because this end has a bit more kind of thickness to it. And now we're going to start building like the main supports. Oh yeah. Would you guys be interested in seeing a more tutorial-based video on how to build one of these, like a step-by-step kind of thing? Because I feel like that's something a lot of people have been wanting. Like, I often get people asking if, like, the videos I make are tutorials, and they really aren't when you boil them down. However, I think it'd probably be at least good to make one video where I did like a more tutorial based thing. Kind of like a step by step, at least just to like show how to make the base. Oh, this is long enough to like. I need to keep in mind that I'm only making half of a mask here, because the bottom jaw is like completely disconnected from the rest of it. That's something I would forget all the time when I was making my old masks, and that's why they kept getting bigger as time went on, especially with things like Lefty and Fredbear. Streams are always fun. They are. I like being able to do these live streams now. The only problem with the live streams, though, is that I have to keep, what is it? I have to keep making sure that I'm, holy crap, I need to push the mic back a little bit. I need to keep in mind that people are watching this and they don't want to see nothing, so I have to keep what I'm doing in frame for the live stream. Let's see here. We're just kind of waiting for this to dry. To keep us anti-bored. I'm not even the one who came up with my channel name. One of my friends did, like a while back. I think I already discussed this on a live stream, actually. All right. Just gonna bend this up. That way it's easier to kind of fold around the rest of the mask later. Cool thing about Chica is that I don't have to make ears for it, which I am. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. It's like pretty far out of reach. I don't think there's any way I'd accidentally bump into it. Not only that, but the little feathers on top of Withered Chica's head they'd be a lot easier to make. Let's see, I think that would be about good. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but it's a brand new desk. The last one I had was a lot worse, which is another reason why I'm not able to afford another laptop, at least for a while, because all the new stuff I got. My birthday was recently, which is another big factor how I got all this. Um, so, why, thank you. Let's snip that. Thank you. I'm just gonna toss that aside. I like this new setup though, because I got like everything I need around here. I'm probably gonna get some like foam pads and stuff as soon as I can to like put on here. That way, it'll kind of look more professional, you know. Setup. Yeah, speaking of school, I'm going back to it. Well, I already did get back to it like yesterday or today, not yesterday. Uh, it was an interesting first day back, uh, to say the least. Nothing much here. So what mask are you planning on making next? If you're talking about after Withered Chica, I'm thinking maybe scrap either one of the toy animatronics or Scrap Trap. I want to make Scrap Trap soon, mostly because there are so many people asking for me to make them. But at the same time, um, I have the Halloween room that I want to make soon coming up, and that's going to be FNAF 2 themed. So I might want to try to make some other characters from FNAF 2, namely other toy animatronics, since right now I just have the Withereds. Move this bit to the side. There we go. Scrap Trap 2018. I'm kind of dreading having to do the Scrap Trap mask though, because the fabric I got for it, it's not really stretchy, so it'll probably end up with like a lot of wrinkles on it, which was like a bad idea. Not only that, but I couldn't find the same fabric I used for my original Springtrap mask. So, like, it's the same type of fabric, but it's not like the same color. Like, it's a slightly different shade of green, and I'm kind of worried that it's going to look awkward, especially when I try to finish my Springtrap costume, which I want to do soon. You try felt. I don't really use felt. I just kind of buy whatever looks like it'll work at Walmart. Like they also ran out of the stuff that I used to make Withered Bonnie, which I'm kind of sad about because I was going to get some more of that to make his face. Let's see. I don't like that emoji. Okay, so this should be good. Oh, crap, I just pumped the microphone. Whoops. The stuff I'm going to be using for Withered Chica, it was actually pretty cheap for how much you got for it. It's right here. It's like this yellow fabric. It's I think it's a slightly. It's not the same stuff I used for Spring Bonnie and Golden Freddy because I couldn't find that either. So essentially, what I like to do with this is I like to get the kind of fabric that can like stretch a lot, because then I could stretch it over the frame, and if I build the frame up enough, it'll kind of give it a nice shape without you seeing too much of the frame inside, which is something I've learned over time. Welcome to the stream, Software. And no, I have not seen you in a while. Alright, so far so good. We got the main part of the base done. It kind of looks like a little bit. Ooh, before I forget, we gotta kind of move that part down a little bit there, and then we kind of want to even out the different sides. That way, it's not like one strip isn't at a different angle from the others. Anyway, so we're just gonna kind of hold this here. Ugh. Yeah, this is the kind of thing we kind of have to hold there. Because if I don't hold it here, it'll kind of start, like, I don't know how to describe it. It kind of, like, starts slowly moving out of place, and that is really bad for what we're trying to do. Bye, Software TV. Thank you for stopping by. Who's your favorite FNAF character? I like the puppet, which is why I made a life-size one, like, a year ago. One of the first, like, life-size projects that I worked on completely until it was 100% done, because all my other life-size characters at the time were made of old torsos and like that I had already had pre-existing, and some old clothes and stuff. Let me just look at my reference again. Okay. So now that we got this main base done, there's two. Let's see. Where's my other pieces of cardboard? All right. There's like two other different things I want to, or not things. There's two other little supports that we gotta make. What's What's my favorite voice line in FNAF UCN? I don't know. There were a lot of cool ones. I can't remember a whole lot of them off the top of my head. To be honest, I kind of liked Zorzor's voice lines, who is basically that like Shadow Didi. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, I mean like that. It's not really a voice line. It's just like a highly edited version of the little jingle Didi sings when she spawns in a character. But I don't know. It just kind of sounds cool to me. And I think at some point I had like a speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker in my life-size Freddy, and I was just kind of playing that on to scare people and stuff. It was cool. I was thinking about doing Withered Chica. I haven't seen a whole lot of people do Withered Chica. I think the only time I've ever seen someone ever make a prop on Withered Chica, at least that I've seen anyways, was Connie, the guy who makes all those like those really good like life-size FNAF characters out of paper mache and stuff. He's also the only guy I've ever seen make Scrap Trap. And yeah, we're just gonna cut this into like some strips. Okay, put those scissors over there. I should probably move this out of the way when I'm doing something that doesn't involve this. That should be fine. I have heard of Tommy's Puppet Lab. I think I first found him like a while ago, and then whenever I would look at my own videos, his videos would pop up. And then he just kind of stopped showing up for me. Alright. So this part's kind of interesting. So now we're basically going to decide what part we want to be the front and what part we want to be the back. So, because what I do is I add some side parts to it, like little side supports over here to kind of like help with the shaping, and then one on the back, and then the front, instead of getting like a whole new support, it just gets another flat piece that has like the eye holes cut into it. So yeah. Let's see. I think I'll have this part be the front. And we're just going to kind of hold this here until it dries. We don't really have to worry about too much. Now that I think about it, some of my actual favorite voice lines, like actual voice lines, not just the edited stuff or would probably have to be Lefty's. They're just really creepy. Come on, you're not a loser, Boundless. When did Springtrap say help me? I'm pretty unless you're just making... I'm probably looking too deep into it. Oh, crap. Keep bumping my mic. then we're just going to kind of cut about half of this off here. That way there's room for the other piece I'm going to be putting on here. Okay, we're just going to kind of hold this here. If you're talking about that that little noise Springtrap makes, that's not him saying "help me." That's just a heavily edited alpaca noise. The game files even say it in both Ultimate Custom Night and in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, Fredbear did have some limes, but and yes, I am sure about that because I have the audio files downloaded on my laptop. They literally list them as an alpaca noise. Because with a lot of the files, you could see what their source was. Afton is an alpaca. Probably. I mean, have you seen that weird shape of his head? I mean, like, it'd be weird for an alpaca, but still, it's definitely not human. Matt Pat go cry. Rip and rest, Matt Pat. Okay, so we're almost done with the main parts of the frame. After we get this one kind of permanently fixed down, Fragon video. I don't think I have. I'll have to check it out later. Sometime after the stream, probably. Oh yeah, since school is starting back up again, I might be having trouble kind of being able to upload on schedule like I've been. Hopefully it shouldn't be a problem, but you know, it usually does at some point or another. I try to upload weekly, however, that just doesn't always go through. Alright, and then we're just going to hold this here. I'll tell you guys what's crap. My freaking first masks, especially Spring Bonnie. Alright, so yeah, we're just going to kind of hold this. That's almost done. I think we could let go of that for now and just kind of leave it right there. And then we could start just kind of If you have a video of your spring Bonnie costume on your channel, I'll definitely try to check it out later. Freddy with the tiny eyes. Doesn't have tiny eyes anymore, but yeah, it did. They were like little pinholes. And once we're done, just kind of folding this up. Let's see if I can remember which end I wanted to be the front. I think I want this end to be the front, so that means I get chat for me again. Oh, trust me, a lot. Like, lighting can be pretty hard to get done right. Luckily, I would try to pay attention to white balance and stuff like that, because without it, your videos can look kind of orange, which is kind of like what's going on here. Mostly due to this on my desk. Mostly due to this lamp, is like making the entire thing look kind of orangish, but it provides like a good amount of extra light. So which is why I still use it. If I could figure out how to mess with the settings of my laptop's camera, I would definitely be all up in that. What? Never mind. Alright, well, Night Boundless, thank you for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate it. Oh, there goes that piece. And then what I normally do with the back piece is I like try to slide it into another piece. However, you don't want to have it like stick out too much, so you kind of want to like cut it down a little bit. Just as much as you can. And then just kind of slide it into there. Actually, that probably won't work. This is going to be tricky. Let's pull this a little bit more. There we go. I hate editing. I love editing. It's part of the reason why I do YouTube videos so much. It can get a little bit tedious at times, but the final product it can often be pretty rewarding if you're good enough. Look at my Chica reference again. Screw it, that'll work. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, for Chica's beak, we're gonna be doing something different. I don't think I'll be able to get to the beak in time for the live stream, so Oh, nice. That sounds cool. Speaking of voice acting stuff, I actually voice acted for a fan game recently. Part one of it is out. I voiced one of the animatronics in it. The fan game's called Glimmering Nights. You could find it on Game Jolt and download it for free. It's pretty cool. Well, as far as fan games go, it's like, that's pretty standard. And then there's another thing I'm going to be voice acting for that probably won't be out for a long time, so I'm not going to say much on it. So yeah, for the eyes, what we're going to do is we're going to take a big flat piece of cardboard, and first we're going to cut it down because this is way too big. Hopefully this is not too small. Snip that off. And then we're going to bend this kind of like we did with the other ones. And out of all the things I'm missing from my desk, of course one of them is a pencil. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of stretch it over the front of the mask, and then we're going to draw in the eye holes and get them out. Let's see. Withered Chica has like these big old eyes. Oh, holy shit, they like take up her entire head. Jesus. Cut a little bit off there. Hopefully that's not too much. Shouldn't be. And this is kind of how the base for Withered Foxy kind of looked at first. So that's one thing going for it, I guess. Let's see. Do I have a pencil up here? No, I do not. I will be right back. I'm going to go find a... Actually, no. I have a mechanical one right here. Should work. Withered Chica's got like these oval eyes. How is that going to work? So... we have the center right about there. Let's see. Start from like right there. My biggest fear is that I'll make the eyes too small for like millionth time. Because even when I started making my new masks, like Springtrap and stuff, well, I think the only one I had real problems with was Springtrap. And I think I made the eyes a little bit too big on Lefty. I'm gonna just kind of do that. We're gonna kind of like just sketch like little ovals and then just sort of build off of it over time. Kind of fix the shape after we're done with both of them. That way it looks nice and natural. Crap. I'm always better at drawing the left eye than the right eye. I don't know why. It's just kind of how things are. Like, one eye will turn out pretty good, and then the other one will just be kind of weird. And so, this is kind of what we got to go off of for now. Or we're going to kind of change this one a little bit because it's a little bit too lopsided for my liking. And we're going to erase all the parts we don't want because those can get a little bit distracting. And we're going to just round out this side a little bit more because it looks a little bit too flat in my opinion. And then we're going to kind of round out this side as well. And I kind of made that one a little bit bigger, so we're just going to quickly fix up this one. Make it just a bit bigger. Hey, welcome to the stream, Eddie. And remove this because it's kind of sitting on this little thing that I need to cut this out because I don't want to scratch up my desk. So I got this neat little thing right here. Kind of cut on. It's almost like a cutting board almost. It's going to take me a while to get used to though. Because I'm used to just cutting stuff out on the floor. I'll probably have to get an X-Acto knife for later use. Oh, nice. Oh, crap. I need to be careful. I almost just cut the, oh, careful. Almost cut the rest of the thing that I'm trying to keep from cutting. I think I could probably start using scissors for the next part. Just be real careful not to break or tear the other thing, because then I'll have to try to find a way to fix it, and I don't really want to do that right now. I'd rather not play the knife game right now. You'd be rich if you had a penny every time you said savage. You kidding? I think... what time is it? Sometime after I'll get... yeah, I'll probably be ending the live stream soon. I wasn't really planning on this one being that long. But first, I want to get these eyes cut out at least and maybe glued onto the rest of the head. Do I need to remove you from the chat? Hello, Anger Duck. Welcome to the stream. We are just in the middle of making Withered Chica's eyes. We're cutting out the part that'll be put on its eyes. This is so much easier on the floor because I don't have to worry about scratching anything up. And I can just go ham with the knife. I need like an X-Acto knife or something. I think I already said that. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Okay, slowly cut this side, but be careful not to tear it again. Okay. It would be cool to have an animatronic. That's mainly why I've been trying to build stuff like that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're now going to glue the eyes onto the support. Try to get that just right. Should be good. It takes more than animatronics to run a restaurant, I hate to break it to you. A horror attraction, though, would probably be pretty easy to do with animatronics, because with a restaurant you have to keep buying supplies and stuff, but with a horror attraction you just build it and charge people to come inside. And I almost burned myself with the hot glue. That makes one tragedy avoided. And hire security guards. That would be, yeah, not just security guards, but employees in general, because a lot of these things need to be maintained in some way. They don't just magically work. Okay. Just gotta wait for this part to dry. That way it doesn't come unstuck while I'm trying to glue down other parts. And then oh, crap. Oh, it should be fine. The beak will cover that part up. For the beak, I'm not just going to make something that I'll wrap in fabric. I think I'll just, I think instead it'll be a better idea to just kind of paint it. And it'll look more like how it does in the game if I do that. Alright, and then add just like a little line of hot glue across there. Then just hold it tight. And I should be done soon. And that storm is still going on outside. It ended because it kind of quieted down, but it's a lot. It's rising back up again. I'm hearing a lot of thunder, so luckily it's only rising up now that I'm about to end the stream. Once I get the these little parts right here cut, where like some of the supports are still kind of able to be seen through the eye. Did you see my Gmail in your videos? I don't think so. What do you mean? Also, I wouldn't be posting your Gmail on like a public thing, because you'll probably get a lot of spam stuff. Not only that, but a bunch of random strangers will then know your Gmail, so. That was close. And that is why you cut away from me, children. Yeah, mostly when links and stuff get put in comments, they can get filtered out by spam. So it probably won't let you post your Gmail. Or it'll be filtered out as a spam thing, because I've seen a lot of those. I don't know why, but it seems like on smaller channels, those spam, like like actual spam accounts will like be posting links to random stuff. Barely has anything to do with the channel, so. Alright, so this is what we got so far. Just kind of like this nice little base. Then the beak will be on here, and then it should be good. I think, what I'll do next will probably be the feathers. Like, I'll start making an area to put the feathers on, and then it'll be wrapping this part up in fabric, and then I'll make the beak, which will be a kind of different process than what I normally do. But that's all I can really do for now. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching, and everyone who's tuned in. And yeah, that's the end of the stream. I will see you guys in the next video, or live stream, whatever I do next. Bye.